Another Friday, another weekly comparison in Asphalt Legends. Clearly, I need to make up for the view count from the Lego Technic comparison I did last week. I'm not sure if you guys weren't interested or if I just worded things badly. I don't know, but please let me know. Anyway, based on your votes, you wanted a complete Ferrari showdown with equally ranked cars, but mostly we're here to show off the performance of another Asphalt legend that returned to the series, the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. We'll be comparing this GT supercar to the F12 TDF of Class B, the A12 Superfast of Class A, and the 296 GTB of Class C. We've been on a bit of a streak lately with guessing which car would win these comparisons. In this one, you think the highest ranked car, the 296, will win? Are you really sure? Let's find out. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming even as school gets busier for me. With that said, let's get started. So it's not enough that we received a couple of new prancing horses in the Crew Motorfest. We have to do more prancing horse racing today in another arcade racer. Let's introduce our cars, shall we? First up, ranked at 3724, strangely, is the Ferrari F12 TDF. A few years after the F12 Berlinetta was released, Ferrari decided to give their GT car at the time a more powerful track-focused upgrade, which was lighter, housed more power, and was even more exclusive. It was named TDF to pay homage to the Tour de France automobile race, an event that took place each year for 87 years on the streets of France, in which Ferrari claimed a majority of the wins before the event fizzled out in the late 80s. In Asphalt Legends, it's the fastest car here, topping 375 kilometers per hour. Despite its top speed and the fact that its acceleration is decent and its nitro efficiency is very good, the reason why it's the lowest ranked car here is because its handling is no good. In fact, it has the worst handling stat of the 4 cars we're testing today. Granted, its drift radius is pretty decent, but it loses way too much speed when drifting, and trying to do high-speed cornering under perfect nitrous is difficult because the car feels much too stiff. Still, finding this car isn't all that hard, as it's almost everywhere, especially if you've leveled up your garage quite a bit and used the game's sponsorship system to get more blueprints for it. It might have some serious speed, but I feel that the handling of the F12 TDF won't help it much in any of these comparison tests. Next up is the F12's successor, the A12 Superfast. This car, although heavier than the F12 TDF, has even more power from that iconic howling 6.3 liter Ferrari V12 engine. Compared to the F12 TDF in this game, the A12 Superfast has better acceleration and handling, but is slower and has slightly worse nitro efficiency. Overall, this car is much more user-friendly than the F12 TDF, hence its higher ranking. I don't understand why people don't drive this car more, other than the fact that it's not really competitive in Class A or even at its rank. Still, it's an easier Ferrari GT car to use. Next, we'll talk about an interesting irony. Ranked at 3950 or 3892 in this case is the base Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, our Legend Pass car from last season, this season, and I'm guessing the next season when it arrives in about 2 weeks. Built to replace the 599, the F12 offers even more tech and luxury to make grand touring more exciting behind the wheel of a front mid-engine prancing horse. Compared to the other 2 cars I mentioned, the standard F12 is faster than the A12 but slower than the F12 TDF in terms of top speed. Also, the F12's acceleration matches that of the A12 and is better than the F12 TDF. It has a slightly worse handling stat than the A12 but feels like it has a bit better drift radius, and its nitro efficiency matches the A12's, though it's worse than the F12 TDF's. I find this ironic because the F12 TDF was supposed to be the lighter, faster, more powerful version of the standard F12, yet the roles are reversed in this game. While the F12 TDF is quick, it's mainly fast in races where straight line speed is crucial. The standard F12 is nearly as fast but it's more well-rounded, like the A12. You can use this car in races with long straights or technical tracks full of corners. It will still compete. Last but not least, ranked 4009, we have the Ferrari 296 GTB. It's the highest ranked car here. In fact, its ranking matches that of a fully upgraded Enzo Ferrari, but unlike the Enzo or the other cars here in classes B and A, the 296 is in class C. Specifically, it's part of Elite C alongside the McLaren GT, the AMG GT Black Series, the Daytona SP3, and the Nissan Z GT4. The 296 is Ferrari's second regular production hybrid so far, combining a high-revving twin turbocharged V6 engine with a dual rotor axial flux electric motor. As a result, in reality, it's the lightest and most powerful car here, producing 819 horsepower, and its speed can challenge the likes of the McLaren 750S and other mid-engine rival supercars. Unfortunately, things aren't as they seem in Asphalt. In the game, the 296 might have the fastest acceleration and best handling, but it only narrowly beats those stats. Also, while most competitors can exceed 368 kilometers per hour, the 296 tops out at 355 kilometers per hour, making it the slowest here. Its nitro efficiency is more difficult to manage as well. Most of you think this car might win this matchup, which makes me think you're just trolling. With all that out of the way, it's time to compare these four prancing horses, and I'm gonna let you know right now, the results you'll see will be full of irony, especially when it comes to the F12 Berlinetta and the 296 GTB. Anyway, we're testing top speed and drift speed at 1000 Minarets. Let's see how things compare here. I mean, I really don't think it gets any more obvious than this. Even though the F12 TDF is the fastest car here, it doesn't have the acceleration to catch up to the rest of the pack. Additionally, it has the worst handling of all the cars here, which explains why it finished behind the A12 and the standard F12. What's even more ironic is that the standard F12 finished before its successor and the hardcore version of itself, as it's only slightly faster than its successor in this game and has better acceleration and handling than its hardcore variant. Our last place finisher, the 296, was pretty obvious, at least on this course. It might be quick off the line and have the best handling stat here, but it's the slowest car, and honestly, its drift radius isn't that great either. As we move on to straights and hairpins, I don't think the outcome will change much for the 296. It just doesn't drift or handle as well as you think it does. Even if the F12 TDF has much worse handling, I still believe it has an edge over the 296 because it's incredibly fast. have it, ladies and gentlemen. Even though handling and acceleration are crucial on this track, every front-engine car in this matchup outperformed the only mid-engine one, the 296. Seriously though, straights and hairpins mainly emphasizes handling since there are many corners to navigate, but top speed proved to be at a significant factor here. As I mentioned earlier, the 296 is the slowest car in this lineup, and its competitors can reach 360 kilometers per hour or more compared to its top speed of 355 kilometers per hour. Looking at the overall leaderboard, you'll see that the 296 performs similarly to most Class C cars, but the Gallardo is, of course, on a different level altogether. Regarding our other three cars, it was mainly a battle between the 812 and the standard F12, as they have handling, acceleration, and top speed working in their favor. The F12 TDF mainly has top speed on its side. In the end, it really is irony in full circle. The F12 Berlinetta is a much better car than the F12 TDF, and you can almost say the same about it compared to the 812 Superfast. What's next for Ferrari in Asphalt? Well, besides the esports qualifiers happening right now, I suspect that the 12 Cilindri Spider might be on its way, since it was recently added to Asphalt 8. If it does arrive, I want it to 1. Have the ability to retract the roof and become an actual convertible, something you stupidly can't do in Asphalt 8, and 2. Be a true performer in Class B or Class A, wherever it ends up. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this matchup. Stay tuned, because we have another king battle coming up. If you loved what you saw today, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Also, don't forget about my polls on my community tab on my channel. Help me decide what you guys want to see in the future. Plus, I'm always open to suggestions, and I'll do my best to get videos out to you. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you later.